Good afternoon, sir. My name is Adele Warina from Classictv. May I know your name, sir?
Well, I'm Honorable Miyaleka Odejare, the Executive Chairman, Yaba Local Council Development Area.
Thank you very much, sir. I want you to give us brief about who you are, sir.
Well, to God be the glory. As I've introduced myself, I'm the Executive Chairman of this noble local government. And I've been in this office for almost 6 years. But it may interest you to know that before I got here, I've served as a classroom teacher. I've served, or let me say, I retired as Director of Education in Lagos State Ministry of Education. And before I became the chairman, my first political appointment was Education Secretary of the Local Government Education Authority, Lagos Mainland. And I'm able to achieve this because one way or the other, either partially or full time, I've been a politician. I've engaged in so much community development in my own little local level. And I thank God that at the end of the day, by the time I retired from civil service, God gave me the opportunity to come and serve as the council chairman of this global local government.
Thank you very much, sir, for that. And according to the little we've heard about you, we've heard a lot about you. What have you done so far in this local government, barely Yaba? We've heard a lot, but we want you to tell us the few things you've done and you know you are still going to be doing.
Well, to God be the glory. The assignments or my performance that I've been doing for over 6 years, if I want to, uh, if I start mentioning now, we may not able to complete, the assignment. But I'll just mention it briefly that by the time we are coming in, our party, they have their manifestos coupled with our agenda. So we put everything together and we choose a sort of 4 cardinal program, which include infrastructure, education, health, welfare, and poverty alleviation. And in those areas that I've mentioned, in the area of infrastructures, we have reconstructed so many roads. In all the 9 political wards we have in Yaba, in schools, we have built 2, 3 schools right from scratch, from foundation, and we make it as annual events, distribution of exercise books to the pupils in primary school, distribution of GC form to an indigent students, distribution of JAM form to an indigent students, and to anybody that take our GC, pass the GC, our GC, pass our JAM. If the person choose any higher institution in our local government, and thank God we have all these institutions there. Talk of university, talk of polytechnic, talk of college of education. So if any student, any of our prospective JAM students choose any of these schools and they got their cutoff mark, we will do all necessary assistance to get the person admitted. If that person doesn't have any issue, if he doesn't have any issue with the school start result and the JAM result, because we are able to do this because of our collaborations with the higher institution in our local government. And in the area of environment, thank God, we are just coming from a meeting, a stakeholders meeting with the CDA and the market women and men and women, discussing on how to clean our environment. It may interest you to note that this year, year 2023, our local government became the first the first cleanest local government in Lagos State, in which we won a laureate, and Lagos State gave us a pickup to that credit. So we excel in that area. In the area of health, we have built PAC, employ personnel there, and putting drugs as at when due. And people are patronizing. And Lagos State too is able to assist us, to collaborate with us. We have one of our PAC, a flagship PAC at Iwaya, in which Lagos State has almost all the departments, tuberculosis screening, and what have you, all these kind of ailments. They have their special unit in that PAC. That instead of them going to a general hospital, either the Luther Keja or Bagada, they can come to that place for simple treatment. We have this. In the area of poverty alleviation, many a times we have organized distribution of tools, equipment to, to the artisans, sewing mistress, carpenters, bricklayers, even up to the fishermen, because one of the vocational we have in Yaba here is fishermen. So we are giving them boats and give them all other fishing materials. We have been doing this. And every month we used to assemble 80 old people from 65 and above with widows of 20. We give them a stipend of 20,000. All this. We have so many. I don't want to go into details of all these things, but we thank God we are able to perform to certain extent.
So thank you very much sir, on that aspect also. And the last but not the least, something very similar to that is with the 6 years you've used to work and the little we've also seen, we've also experienced. We know definitely when you get to the position or the post of the governorship, you will do something more than what you've been doing. And we really appreciate you, sir. And also on the late Lieutenant General Dia, the road you've been doing, the construction road, was it part of your dream before you want to do? Or Dia has been a very good man to you because we know somebody like you are not the only chairman around Lagos State, but you've done a lot. And yesterday when we got there, we saw the little jobs you've done. So we want you to give us a brief discussion about
Well,
it.
what happened is that Yaba is the center for Nigeria, not for Lagos
Yes.
State. Let me tell you for free that Yaba happened to be the seat of the government even during colonial era, and that is why some of the area, the Yaba here, will be hearing all these European names: Little Roads, McLean Roads, Montgomery Roads, Abbey Roads, Hooves Avenue, Spencer's. All these are the names of colonial. So that's to say, in those colonial era, many of them live in Yaba. And by the time they are going, the Nigerians that are taking over from them also live in Yaba. We have late Bode Thomas of those days. We have the Manjakono means. Even Dr. Inamdi Azikwe have, something in Yaba here. The Bobby Benson family, the Bamboos of this world, many of fellas, Ebenezer Obey, all these big people. And so also we have people like Dia who are born and grown up in Yaba. They attend primary schools in Yaba. People like Buba Marwa, Mobolaji, Bankato, all of them, they grew up in Yaba. And that is why you have the presence of all these federal institutions. Talk of schools, talk of hospitals, talk of retinal centers, and some other thing. So, and to me, one of those people that you've grown up to meet, to know, is Oladayo, Oladipo Dia, who up till his death is still living, within us. And if that person that have served this nation, number two citizen of this nation, and he was born and grown up, educated in this local government, and he was being called to the great beyond. We need to honor him. So the community that was going on, that people, used to know him, we need to make the place better. The Akinshola and Meli Road that we are constructing now is not part of our budget for this year. But we know that a lot of dignitaries will be coming. I want to honor this man, the man that has served the country with all heart. Even he has served with his life. So you cannot, we will not be doing a burial for ceremony for him, and all areas will be looking battered. And that's why we are doing that. And we are praying that we're able to complete the projects before the real ceremony. So we are doing that to honor him. That is what we are doing.
Thank you very much, sir, for the little privilege you have. Thank you.
You're welcome.